誰にも自分の胸の内を打ち明けない。非常にやっぱり暗い性格の子供になっていたと思います。そうですね、一番やっぱり戦争を憎んで思ってます。親をね、一瞬のうちにして奪われたっていう、そういうことに対して、すごくやはり戦争ということを
I am in Hiroshima today. It's a beautiful city that was once perhaps even more beautiful before the first atomic bomb that was dropped by the United States on Hiroshima, August 6th, 1945. There was about 140,000 people that had died, either initially right away or soon after, by the effects of their injuries or the effects of radiation on their bodies. Extremely, at that rate, painful and excruciating deaths for so many people in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Something that, as we're coming up on the 78th anniversary of those bombs, we can't forget what had happened and the effects of one atomic bomb on a city completely flattened, and so many lives lost, and effects that continue to there's even effects that continue on second generation survivors of the bomb, just due to the impact of the radiation on an individual's chromosomes. So very, very devastating. I went to the Atomic Bomb Museum here in Hiroshima, and I listened to a talk by a woman about a boy named Musutu who survived the atomic bomb. He was at school when it happened because the bomb was dropped at about 8:15 a.m. and there were children in school. She told a story of his experience at the school, how he left the school, and sort of all of the horrors that had happened and he had witnessed at the school. And Masutu just passed away in 2020, and he survived, but throughout his life he had 23 different cancers. The woman who had given the talk, her dad also was in Hiroshima at the time of the bomb, except he was also in the city doing some work, and he came back 48 hours after the bomb, and his daughter, the sister of the woman giving the talk, had passed away at the age of 26 due to cancer. Atomic Bomb Museum, there was also a exhibit on orphans during that time, because a lot of children in Hiroshima were going to the countryside. There were concerns of the city and some of the children being evacuated as of April of 1945. So when the bomb had dropped in August of 1945, a lot of children were outside of the city, and many of them were left as orphans. That exhibit was also completely heartbreaking. You just can't imagine, being a child during war and having to leave your family because it's not safe. And I know that that is something that people here in Japan had to do, and a lot of children during World War II throughout all of the war-torn countries also had to escape the cities as well. And just to think that while you were, in a safer area, you would have lost your parents, and your entire hometown, it being destroyed. And many of the orphans or the children in the outskirts, some of them saw the bomb from where they were, and it's just devastating. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot kind of running through my mind about this place, and even whether or not it's appropriate for me to talk about these experiences because I'm a tourist, and I don't. I was it was recommended to me by someone that I don't visit these cities around the beginning of August because evidently the locals here are not very kind to Americans. But I will say I've encountered nothing but kindness from people here. I can't get over how friendly and kind and open and welcoming that everyone has been to me in the city. I think that's very evident of the people here that they want a world without any future nuclear devastation because 2 times was enough. As of right now, there's about 13,000 nuclear weapons in the world, and about 4,000 of them are ready to be used. 4,000 nuclear bombs at any point could be deployed as self-defense or whatever it is. I know there's so many different nations with different conflicts, but politics is politics. At the root of it, every person has a heart and a soul and a family. Dropping nuclear weapons or any sort of war is really stripping people of their God-given human dignity, and I just don't think a world with nuclear weapons, even if they are used for self-defense, why? We have, I believe that God is present in our lives and God is all powerful, and a world with nuclear weapons is a world living in hell. Um, and I just don't think that humanity needs to face that, and we just need to define peace, right? And take a knee and to say enough with war, enough with violence. We can sit down and we can negotiate what is right for our children and for our neighbors and for the people who need more help. We are, yeah, fighting for different deep seated religious and political values, but that that isn't no one's going to win their ideas or their power with nuclear weapons. So I am praying for a world of peace. I am praying that hearts are converted to knowing the true power of Jesus Christ and what his life meant for this world, and the fact that God does exist and that God is more powerful than people realize in their day to days. Because they're just so blind to the goodness of God and the goodness of love.
So